Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back. I'm going to start off this video with a little magic trick. That's right, I just did the gravity spikes while I was playing as the fire break. Just wanted to show you guys, that was a funny little glitch that I encountered in combat training. I basically jumped in there real quick to check out the Red Hex zombie camo that I got from my AK, and then I noticed that I had gravity spikes when I was the fire break, and he was talking like a ruin. So it's basically like a ruin. It was the ruin with the skin of the fire break. Pretty funny, not something you see all the time. And anyway, guys, how y'all doing? Welcome back. It's me, MCKOOKIE. Been a while since my last video, and last time I was talking about my thoughts on the Awakening DLC. Basically, I was telling you guys on Xbox One if I think it's worth it or not to buy the Awakening DLC map pack number 1. And during that time, I only gave you how I felt, basically best off the multiplayer maps, and that unfortunately hasn't changed. I don't think the multiplayer maps are that great. However, the zombies, which I will talk a little bit more about later on, I think it absolutely is worth the Awakening DLC map pack cost. Der Eisendrake is an excellent zombies map. What I wanted to talk about in this video is not the previous map pack that came out about a month ago on PS4, but the one that's about to come out right now for Black Ops 3. Basically, I want to talk about map pack number 2, and the topic of this video is basically my top 5 list of maps that I want to see Treyarch reskin and bring back. Now, like you guys are probably not a fan of paying money for 3 new maps, and then one of the 4 new maps is like a reskin old map. I mean, I would prefer if it was 4 brand new maps, and then if they insist on bringing back an old map, then give it to us for free, like a 5th map kind of thing. But it is what it is. So here I am. I'm bringing you guys my top 5 maps that I would love to see come back to Black Ops 3. And rounding out the top 5 would have to be the map Airfield from Call of Duty World at War. I'm bringing you guys back to 2008 when we used to run around with the MP40 and Juggernaut and Bouncing Betties. Airfield was that awesome map. Basically, it was one of the U.S. Marines versus the Japanese Imperial Army maps where you had like a giant airplane hangar that was kind of like an airplane shed, had some airplanes in there. And then there was a bunch of sheds and warehouses all over the map. So it was great, basically. There was like a wide open area where you could do like long-range gunfights. Like you could take out the STG-44, or you could snipe people with that crazy bolt-action PTRS. Or you could keep it close quarters and whip out the MP40 or the Thompson submachine gun and have some fun in the narrow corridors of the map. I would love to see Airfield come back. Basically a wide open map. I think the kill streaks would do a lot better on maps like that, dude, because a lot of these maps have too many buildings. I mean, the kill streaks, they can't really thrive when the maps have so many buildings and there's way too much cover. I would normally say I would love for Wasteland to come back, but that's an Infinity Ward map, so this list is going to be mostly sticking to Treyarch maps. The next map that I would like to see come back on my list, number 4, would have to be Villa from Black Ops 1. Villa was basically the Cuban mansion map. It was basically supposed to be Fidel Castro's mansion in Cuba. Giant 2-story mansion with a nice little courtyard, had a fountain, had a bunch of 2-story buildings on one side, had a nice little sweeping driveway, a lot of action on the B flag. I would love to see that map return. It had a lot of walls in it too for wall running. As cheesy as that sounds, I think it could work with the jetpacks. Also, that was a very nice colorful map that would look even better on the new consoles. These maps that I'm all listing today, guys, these maps all have one thing in common, and that's that they flow really well. They play really well. So I would like to see Villa from Black Ops 1 come back. Number 3 for me would have to be Jungle, which is also from Black Ops 1. And I don't know how else to describe this map other than it's the map where you play in a giant freaking jungle. And if you guys remember, it was really sweet. It had a giant tree house on one side with a bridge that would kind of sweep over the B flag. I think the map would personally look amazing with the new gen consoles, with the PS4 and the Xbox One and the PC. If you guys have played on the map Gauntlet from the Awakening 1 DLC, there's a part of the map, since it's split into 3 different zones, the jungle part of Gauntlet looks fantastic. I mean, if anybody has like jungle skin for the guy, they have like built-in camouflage, but that map looks perfect. And I'm just thinking, I'm picturing a whole map that looks like that little part of Gauntlet. I think that would look absolutely amazing. And I think since it's such a large map, it would actually play really, really well with the jetpacks because you can get around the map really fast. So I think it could work out really well if they brought back Jungle from Black Ops 1. Now, number 2 for me would have to be a tie between Plaza and Yemen from Black Ops 2. And these maps are some of my favorite maps from the entire franchise, to be honest with you. Plaza was that nighttime map. It had the little disco club that was always playing that song, I'ma try it out, okay. Had that B flag that was like right outside the disco room. Excellent map. I love that map. And then Yemen was that, it was that map that was basically like you had a bridge and a house next to B flag. I have a really hard time describing it, but those of you who played Black Ops 2, if you remember Yemen, it was an awesome map. Basically had a giant 2-story house that overlooked. It was about 30 feet over the B flag. And it was just really good. You had kind of like map fatality bridges on both sides. I would love to see Yemen from Black Ops 2 come back. Now, the number 1 map in the game for me would have to be Raid. Hands down, Raid is my favorite. Now, real quick, guys, about the gameplay. If you haven't noticed, my team is losing by 20 points. And right here, we're gonna activate maximum effort. I solo cap the C flag and basically barely pull off a clutch victory. I got to give a shout out to the dudes I was playing with. My boy Mace White Dude, and then I had They Call Me Water, and of course I had Furious Kid on my team. Without the help of these guys, I could not have pulled off this victory. So shout out to them for being awesome teammates. I know while I was holding out the C flag, I was holding down the C flag, you guys are going to see my boy, They Call Me Water, pull off a nasty triple feed with the bow and arrow. He gets final kill with it as he clears off the A flag, and we make a hell of a comeback. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. But anyway, right here, you got They Call Me Water's crazy feed with the bow, clearing off the A flag. Now, back to Raid. Raid for me, I mean, during the YouTube days for Black Ops 2, the joke was only post me Raid. Everybody's best gameplays were on Raid, and the simple reason for this was because the map was amazing. It played amazing. Kill streaks went freaking ham on that map. My personal best game in Black Ops 2 was on Raid. Most of my best games were on Raid. I got a 114 kills, 0 deaths, 114 flawless with a nuclear, with the Scorpion Evo silenced on Raid. Really unforgettable map, and I think, honestly, in my opinion, the best map of the entire franchise, if not, you know, maybe first-person games in general. I love Raid, and I'd honestly, to be completely honest with you guys, I'd be really surprised if they didn't bring back Raid, just because it was so popular, it was so loved by the community. That's basically my 2 cents. So that's my top 5, guys. Basically, we got Airfield, Villa, Jungle, Plaza, Yemen, and Raid. Comment down below. Tell me, guys, what's your top 5 maps that you would like to see come back? Let me know down below. Now, real quick, before I end this video, I just wanted to say that while I wasn't impressed with Awakening DLC's maps, I think the zombie map that comes with DLC, the Der Eisendrake map, is fantastic. If you guys are a fan of zombies, I honestly think that the season pass is worth the zombie price, is basically worth the price of the zombies maps, because Der Eisendrake it's a large, fun, colorful map. This past week I've been doing nothing but Nazi zombies. I've mostly been playing the map The Giant, which comes also with the season pass. But you also get Der Eisendrake, which is this excellent. It's colorful, it's large, there's a lot to explore, a lot of Easter eggs. You get the gravity spikes, you get a lot of cool bow and arrow weapons. It's really worth the cost of admittance. So I really cannot recommend that enough. Anyway, guys, that's the video. That was my top 5 list of maps that I believe should come back to Black Ops 3. If you did enjoy the video, give it a like. Really helps my channel grow. And thank you guys so much for the support and for watching the videos. I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody.